Happy New Year, everyone! In the first video of 2022, let's talk about the stamps of China, the Chinese Zodiac stamps. Maybe they are the most popular stamps of China. Today, I mean the date of this video release is 5th of January. Every year on this day, China issues Zodiac stamps. And these two are the stamps of this year, the Year of Tiger stamps. And Tiger is actually the zodiac sign of Graham Beck from Exploring Stamps. And he made a fabulous video about Chinese zodiac stamps several years ago. And that's one of my favorite. I highly recommend you to watch that one if you haven't. But as a Chinese, I think I should know something he doesn't. So please keep watching my video too. First, let me teach a little bit of the Chinese language. My handwriting is not so good. Just let you know how we read the characters. And this is stamp in simplified Chinese. In Mandarin, we read like 邮票. Literally, it means postal ticket. I love this more than the English word stamp, because this is a stamp. This is also a stamp, and this action is also stamp. But 邮票 is exactly adhesive postage stamp. And 邮政 means postal administration. 中国邮政 is China Post. You can find these characters in all Chinese stamps issued in recent years. Let's go back to our topic. There are 12 Chinese zodiac signs based on a 12-year circle. The 12 signs are rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. So 11 animals and one mythological creature. China's first zodiac stamp is the Year of Monkey stamp of 1980. So the 12-year circle starts from the Year of Rat and ends with the Year of Pig. But a series of Chinese zodiac stamps start from the Year of Monkey and end with the Year of Goat. The 1980 Red Monkey stamp is an iconic stamp of China. It was issued on 15th February 1980, which was actually the Lunar New Year's Eve. But from 1981, the Chinese zodiac stamps are always issued on 5th January. It is an adorable stamp, but also very expensive. In the Chinese market, for example, on Taobao, the price is from 6,300 to 12,000 Chinese yuan. And I'm sure that the price has dropped. In past few years, it was always more than 10,000 yuan. The reason for this is somewhat sad, as stamp collecting became less popular. But you still need around 8,000 yuan to get this stamp in China. And the face value is only 8 fen. The price today is like 100,000 times its face value. In 1980, 5 million pieces of this stamp were issued. It wasn't a small number, but it is very expensive due to the great demand. I have a story with the red monkey stamp, and my zodiac sign is monkey. And I first started to collect stamps in 2003 when I was in primary school. And the year 2004 was the year of monkey. And my mom planned to buy some monkey-themed stamp for me as gift. But actually I knew nothing about philately, neither did my mom. And it was a story in early 2004, and she took me to a stamp shop. And I said to the dealer, I'd like to get the first series of Chinese zodiac stamps. And the dealer said, it's a little bit expensive. It's nearly 2,000 Chinese yuan. But not all of them are expensive. Which one do you want? Monkey, I said. And the dealer said, it's 1,800 and let your mom buy for you. And all of us laughed. It was an awkward laugh for us, as 1,800 yuan was almost my mom's monthly salary. The price has more than quadrupled today, but maybe 8,000 yuan today is not as valuable as 1,800 in 2003. For example, back in 2003, the house price in my hometown was like 2,000 yuan per square meter. But today, the price is 20,000 yuan per square meter, which means back in 2003, a red monkey stamp was worth 0.6 square meter, but today it only worth 0.4 square meter. I still don't have a red monkey stamp so far, but maybe I will get one someday. Here are my zodiac stamps collection. I got a counterfeit red monkey stamp, and I got all the zodiac stamps from 1981 to 2014. I spent most of my time in the UK after 2014, so I didn't buy any more zodiac stamps. Actually, the most significant reason is that my interest in stamps was fading. All these stamps are in my hometown now and currently in London. I only have the red stamp of 2020 and the ox stamps of 2021. One of my friends in China sent me dates. I define myself an experienced stamp collector but a beginner philatelist, because previously I don't study the story behind the stamps. I don't have the zodiac stamps from 2015 to 2019, but this gap is easy to fill. Let's look into these stamps. Each one has been beautifully designed. Currently, we are in the 4th series, and in the 1st and 3rd series, only one zodiac stamp per year, and in the 2nd and 4th series, there is a set of 2 stamps per year. And if you try to look into the words, you already know what is 中国邮政. You might be curious about these 3 characters, 壬寅年, and this kind of characters appear on every zodiac stamps of China. Hopefully, this will make more sense in a few minutes. There are the stamps and branches here. This traditional chronology uses 2 Chinese characters to represent a year. The first character is the tiān or heavenly stamps, and there are 10 stamps. The second character is 地支 or earthly branches. There are 12 branches, each corresponding to a zodiac sign. There are many cultural meanings behind the heavenly stamps and the earthly branches, but you can simply interpret them as numbers. The stamps and branches form a 60-year circle, but why not 120-year circle? To make it easier for you to understand, I use Arabic numerals 1 to 10 to indicate the heavenly stamps, and Roman numerals 1 to 12 for earthly branches. The first year in the circle is the year of Jiazi or 1-1, but the second year is not 1-2, but 2-2, 乙丑. So the stem and branches increase simultaneously. And we can quickly go to the year 1010 in this way, the year 癸酉. Now we use the stamps, so the stamp goes back to 1, and the next year is the year 111, 甲戌. And then is year 212, 乙亥. And this is the circle of the zodiac sign. The next year is 丙子, the year 31. And here is the second zodiac circle, the third circle, the fourth, and finally the fifth. And last, we have the year 癸亥, the year 1012. Oh, sorry, here should be 11. That's why there are 60 years in a circle. 60 is the least common multiple of 10 and 12. 1980 was the year Gēng 79, the 57th in the circle. And the last Jiazi year was 1984, and the next Jiazi will be 2044. The characters on the 1984 red stamp is very hard to read because it is in an ancient font, like this, but it's still 甲子年. 2021 was the year of 辛丑, 82, and the character on the stamp is like this, 辛丑年. 年 is just year. 2022 is the year of 壬寅, and the characters on the stamp is like this, 壬寅年. I'm sure in 2040, China will issue some really special commemorative stamps for the 60th anniversary of Chinese Zodiac stamps. And it will be another year of Gengsheng. We have to wait 18 years. The collectors who love Chinese Zodiac stamps especially love the stamps of their own zodiac sign. And the stamp of your own stamps and branches year is more meaningful for you. Of course, you can collect the stamp of the year you were born, but if there was no zodiac stamp in that year, you have to wait until you get 60. It is said that a person's zodiac sign and the stamps of branches year of birth can somehow determine this person's personality and destiny, just like the monthly zodiac in the West. Whether you believe it or not, the cultural background behind this is worth looking into. It should be noted that the switching day of the zodiac sign and the stamps and branches year is not the New Year's Day of the Gregorian calendar, but the New Year's Day of the agricultural calendar. The day is also known as the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year, or Spring Festival. And this year, the date is 1st of February. So currently, it's still the year of Ox, the year of 辛丑. Check out the descriptions below. I will give you a list about all the zodiac signs and stamps and branches year from 1924 all the way to 2022. And in the comment section, and let me know your zodiac sign and tell me your stamps and branches year if you don't mind to tell me your age. From the zodiac stamps, you can also learn something about the postal history of China. There are no English words in the first series of zodiac stamps, and the name of the postal administration was 中国人民邮政, or People's Post of China. And from 1992, the English word China started to appear on the stamps, and the People's Post of China has been simplified to China Post or 中国邮政. The denominations also reflect the post rates of the years. For a long time, the postage rate in China was 8 fen for standard domestic mail and 20 fen for registered mail, and all the stamps in the first series of zodiac stamps were for standard mail. There were several price increases in the 1990s. In the second series, there was always a stamp for standard mail and the other one for registered mail. An exception was the stamps of 2003. The 80 stamp was for standard mail, but you needed both stamps for the registered mail. The last price increase was in 2006, and then all the zodiac stamps are for standard mail. The postage today is still 120. That's quite cheap. The zodiac stamps issued every January are not the only Chinese stamps with a zodiac theme. From 2006, China started to issue New Year greeting stamp in October or November. That confused me because I think it is perfect to use the zodiac stamps for New Year greeting. To add to the confusion, every year since 2016 has had one New Year's greeting stamp featuring the Chinese zodiac sign, but it is the zodiac sign for the next year. It seems like China issues zodiac stamps twice every year. This is a tiger stamp issued last October. Actually, it uses the same design as the 1986 tiger stamp. Firstly, I thought they were definitive stamps because all the commemorative and special commemorative stamps of China has a code on it. But after I revealed the definition of definitive stamps, I realized they are not. They are commemorative stamps in a broad sense, but in the classification of the Chinese stamps, they are neither definitive nor commemorative stamps. They are just New Year greeting stamp. It is a separate classification of the Chinese stamps. I know it is confusing. I will talk about the classification of the stamp of China and the code on the stamps in another video. This is my first video about the stamps of China and some Chinese culture. Let me know what do you think in the comment section. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and follow me on social media if you haven't. Thank you for watching. See you next time.